Order, sir. Sir! Captain!
Fire.
Fire!
You may fire when ready.
Bitcoin bears are getting absolutely destroyed today. I thought we just had to enjoy this moment in which Bitcoin is climbing and getting ready to go back to near all-time highs. We've gotten back above 70K and it's impacting some of our favorite stocks. MicroStrategy. I'm going to look at the technicals and give you guys some indications on what I think happened in the charts today and what it would signal as to where the price action would go next. And we're going to briefly explore the miners, CleanSpark, Mara, and Riot. Now, if you own any of those three, you know that the only one that's been working is CleanSpark, and I'm going to touch on what I think could happen in that price action. That was a successful trade that I called out in the Discord some time back. All three of them were profitable, but Mara and Riot really only gave up about 20%, and CleanSpark gave up 110% the last time I looked, and so clearly there's a front runner in the miners. The Mara and Riot have to take a back seat to the up-and-coming CleanSpark, which is the one that Wall Street seems to be showing the love to. I'm going to briefly talk about that. This is the Stocks with Josh show. My last video, I don't want anybody to miss, which was on Dogecoin, Tesla, Elon, and the opportunity that's over there. I want you guys to make sure that you don't miss that video. If you need some help trading stocks and crypto and getting your finances in order and learning how to mitigate risk better and understand charts a little bit better, as well as the cycle of crypto markets, stocks, and cryptos individually, then you got to hit the subscribe button because we're doing it every single day on this page. Back to my intro for just a minute. It had everything in there. Say hello to my little friend. Everybody was destroying the bears, Batman, medieval catapults. But I really was amused. I didn't put that video together. I just found it. But what I was really amused by was the Jim Cramer tank. And then it showed him getting attacked and his followers basically sinking, getting destroyed. And there was the, little plug-in for your wife's boyfriend. They didn't leave anything out. A blast from the Death Star. And of course, we know that if you are trying to figure out when Bitcoin is going to stop going up and you're a bear and you're in leverage and you're going against Bitcoin, you keep getting crushed because it's too early to do that. Now, I've given you guys some fresh technicals recently on Bitcoin, and I just want to make it simple for you, and I want to recap. Here's one of the things that we were looking for before we got the pullback. One, I predicted we would get the pullback that we got. Two, I said we would likely come back to the 50% level on the RSI, which could produce a buy signal that it would come down, hit that spot, and begin to push up. That's exactly what happened. And so from a technical perspective, we're getting back to all-time highs. We've yet to print a red candle on the monthly time frame. And one of the points that I made in a recent video is if this month closes with a green candle, and if we close above 73,000, then we have to assume that we're just going to bypass the other pullbacks that would normally come at this point in the Bitcoin cycle, and that we're pushing on to the fourth stage of the Bitcoin cycle, the one that would push us up the highest and the strongest. But we don't have a confirmed buy signal until we close on at least the weekly time frame chart above 73,000. That's the type of confirmation we're looking for, and to double down on that confirmation, it would be a close on the monthly chart above 73,000. We don't have either of those. We came up to this zone, we pulled back, now we're coming back up to test it. We're still in an extremely vulnerable point. But in the next 10 days, we're gonna find out if Bitcoin's gonna take off for the next leg up and leave everybody behind, or whether or not we're still just flirting with the top of the range. But I'm gonna go into MicroStrategies and the miners here a little bit more deeper, and then I've got some follow-up videos I'm preparing for some interesting crypto projects and Bitcoin overall. We'll get into that again probably tomorrow. I also wanted you guys to be aware of my travel schedule. I'm going to go see Stock Up with Larry Jones. I'm going to spend a week in Chicago. We've got some things we're working on, and so you'll probably see me over in his studio for the next handful of days. Okay, let's start off with the miners. CleanSpark. Wall Street bulls look optimistic about CleanSpark. Should you buy? Now, where do I think we're at? We're in the markup phase on CleanSpark. No matter what, in my mind, even if we pulled back from here, I think that there's a parabolic blow-off top coming for CleanSpark. The market's sort of giving that indication. They're increasing their revenue. The price of crypto's climbing. They've held on to their Bitcoin bags better than some of the other miners, and so there's room for this to go higher. Let's look at the charts a little bit real quick. We're pushing on the edge of resistance today, and I wanted to give you guys a specific price point, what I call a line in the sand. That's $22.80. We need to close above it. And there's a number of things that are specifically unique to that price point. One that was close to where we failed to close recently as a local high. Okay, so we're coming back to a place where we had been, similar to Bitcoin getting back to 73,000. And so we've got to see if this price is going to act as a resistance level again. But if you go further back in the chart, you realize that this had previously been a 52-week high resistance zone. Now, here's what I want you guys to understand. If we do blast above this price and close on a higher time frame, a minimum of a day, it'd be better if it was a week, then it's signaling that this is going to push up to 30 bucks. There's room for this to go higher, but we've got to watch that 2280, because if momentum and volume get lost now, then it just tells you that it's not ready yet. It may still happen ahead of us, but it's not ready yet. And so I wanted you guys to keep your eye on 2280. My stock options are doing extremely well. You know, I might do some intraday trading on them, but overall, I'm going to be holding options as it's getting near to breaking out above 2280. This is where we could see just a couple days that would push us all the way back up to 30. So keep it on your radar. CleanSpark, it's the only miner that's working. Matter of fact, I'm going to punish Riot and Mara today and not even give technicals on them because they're a waste of time. They could, if Bitcoin shoots above 73 and closes and the market begins to believe that we're pushing up to 100, at least 80, to make a higher high right now, then yes, they may come to life and they may pop up. But right now, I've held those call options for about a week, and both of them were barely up 20%, and so it's been a little bit of a dud. I'd be more concerned that Bitcoin would fail here and they'd fall like a rock. And so the only miner that I'm currently interested in holding is CleanSpark. So just be aware of that. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think. If you think I'm being too hard on Mara and Riot, you know that I don't like it when my money don't make me money. And I gave them a chance, and the only one that paid me was CleanSpark, so we got to focus on CleanSpark. Check out the link in the top pinned comment for the Stock Squad Patreon, which is access to the Discord. It's me, Stock Up with Larry Jones, Keenan Grace, and StockMo. We give trade alerts, technical updates, and we answer questions over there. All right, let's get into MicroStrategies. What's exactly going on, and where is this stock going from this point forward? The news. Bitcoin-linked stocks Coinbase and MicroStrategy are rising Monday. What is going on? Well, this article and my comments are going to be held super simple. What's going on? Well, the price of Bitcoin is pushing up to above 70K. We have a dovish Fed. We've got no reason to believe that the economy is falling apart. We've got some months ahead of us in which it can run, and people have begun to rebuy the spot ETFs. Buying and the influx of cash has returned to the spot ETFs, and that's why MicroStrategies in particular is going up. Now, let me just define for you the simplicity of the fundamentals on this particular play. These guys own 205,000 Bitcoin at $33,000 average price, and the price of Bitcoin is sitting near 70,000, which simply means that they've got a ton of cash that had yet to be priced into the value of the stock. It can't be any more simple than that. And if the price of Bitcoin continues to rise, this absolutely can be a $2,000 stock. And so that's what I want to make clear to you guys. And I want you guys to see what I see in the charts and what I understand in the charts. And it's this simple. I'm going to give you another line in the sand. It's going to be $1,800. If we close today above $1,800, which it looks like it might, then we're going to $2,050. And even better, if you want a second confirmation, because you know if the doctor tells you you're sick, sometimes you want to go talk to two doctors. Make sure that the first one's right. Well, second chart opinion, if we close today and the end of this week above $1,800, then I would tell you that that is very strong confirmation that MicroStrategies is going up to $2,050. So I want you guys to have those as a target. Now, if we don't close above $1,800 today, then support is at $1,715. And so that's what you need to be mindful. It just means slow down, don't chase it. If we don't close above 1,800, then give it some time. Maybe it needs to come back and find support, and the support that you'd be watching for is $1,715. That's what I have for you guys today. Again, I'm going to be traveling, so I might not make a video every day. I'll do my very best. Just want to let you guys know I appreciate you all. Thank you for joining me today. Hit that like if you haven't hit it and you made it this far, and subscribe to make sure you get the next video. I've got a lot of interesting crypto stuff I'm working on, and I'll do my best to get it out to you this week. As always, peace and blessings. Take care.